everyone, it's Miss Fall here, and welcome to your virtual Pioneer Week. Me and some of the other 4th grade teachers are going to be creating videos this week to show you what it was like to be a pioneer. Now today's video is going to be how to make homemade bread. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is wash your hands. After that, you're going to make sure you have all the ingredients in order to make the recipe. The first thing that you'll need is a large mixing bowl. Next thing you'll need is bread pans. You will also be needing a whisk. Now going on to the actual ingredients. The first thing is flour. Now you're going to need 6 to 7 cups of flour, but you're going to start off with 4 cups and you're going to knead the rest of it in. Next thing is sugar. You are going to be needing 3 tablespoons of sugar. And as you can see, I already have measured portions already out, so it's going to be easier to mix them in. Next thing is salt. You will need 1 tablespoon of salt. And then you will also need some shortening. Now you will need about 2 tablespoons of shortening. You will need some yeast. So you could have 3 tablespoons of yeast, which is the equivalent to 2 packages of yeast. And then you'll need 2 1/4 cups of very warm water. Alright, so now that you've checked and made sure you have all the tools and all the ingredients needed, you're going to preheat your oven. Now you're going to preheat your oven to about 200 degrees, and this is just in order to help the dough rise before you cook it. Now that you're ready to go, let's start mixing. So I have already put the 4 cups of flour, we'll start off, into my big mixing bowl. Now I'm going to add all my dry ingredients first. So I'm going to put my sugar in the bowl. I'm going to put my salt in the bowl. And then I'm going to put my yeast in the bowl. Now I'm going to start to whisk. Now that you have your dry ingredients in there and all mixed up, we're going to go into the wet ingredients. So that'll include your shortening, and your very warm water. And now you're going to be mixing that up as well, and you should get a dough consistency. Now that you have a dough consistency, it's still a little bit runny, so we're going to put another cup of flour within our mixture. So go ahead and mix that up, and it should get a lot thicker. Alright, so now that your mixture has gotten a little bit thicker, we're going to clear up some space, and we're going to start the kneading process. So what you're going to do is you're going to take about a cup of flour, and you're just going to kind of sprinkle that on your surface. Next thing you're going to do is you are going to grab your dough and put it on that flour mixture. Try and make sure you get all of it out of there. And any extra flour, just kind of sprinkle it on top. And then you'll begin to knead. Alright, so you're just going to be kneading and rolling the dough until it forms a smooth and elastic texture. Now you're kneading in that flour for about 5 to 7 minutes. Now that you've kneaded your dough to the consistency that you would like, you are going to actually warm your bowl in the oven just for a little bit, and then you're going to put about 1 teaspoon of shortening into the bowl. Now you're kind of going to spread that around on the warmed bowl. Make sure that it's not super hot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your dough back into that bowl. All right, so now that you have the dough back in that bowl, you're going to put this in a warm space. Now we preheated our oven earlier, so I'm going to put this right on top of our oven. And then I'm going to cover it with just kind of a very, very thin towel.
One eternity later.
All right, so you're gonna let that rise for about 45 minutes. Now, after it has risen, it should look like this. As you can see, it has doubled in size. Now, while that is rising, you're gonna grease your bread pans. So you're gonna take your bread pans and you are going to put a little bit of butter in them. Now, you could just use a spoonful and just put that in there. And the same way that we buttered our bowl earlier, you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna kind of spread it around in there and just make sure that it is all greased.
Eventually.
All right, so once that dough has risen, then you're gonna preheat your oven to 425 degrees. While that is preheating, you are going to take your dough, put it down. You're gonna open that up and you're gonna punch it directly in the middle. As you can see, all that air comes out of it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to lightly flour a surface. I already have mine lightly floured. And I'm going to take that dough and put it right on that surface. Now, this will make about 2 loaves. So I'm going to separate these evenly into 2 sections, 2 different halves. Try to make them as even as possible. After you've separated these into 2 halves, you are going to knead and roll for about 4 minutes. After you've kneaded those 2 halves, you're going to kind of form them in the shape of your bread pan. Now, you should have a smooth side, and then if on the bottom there are any holes, you're going to pinch those up. So just do a pinching to close that up. Now you're going to put the smooth side upward, and you are going to put these into your bread pans. So go ahead and just put those in there. All right, so you're going to take those and you're going to put those back on your stove or your warm surface, and you're going to cover those and let those rise for about 30 minutes.
A few moments later.
All right, so now that that has risen for about 30 to 35 minutes, you can see that it has risen in size again. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up your oven, put those in, and bake those for about 20 minutes.
Later.
All right, so after those 20 minutes of waiting, you can go ahead and open it up. And as you can see, the tops are golden brown, and that is just what you want. So you can take these out of the oven, make sure that you're wearing oven mitts, and there you go, you have homemade bread.